So I know that like I spoke to Reggie and he told me that Benji informs everybody this morning because there's been some tweeting out. I don't know if you have checked.
No, I haven't checked.
Okay, have you been around yesterday?
No, I wasn't around yesterday.
All right, so the TLDR, Michael, I think you know about him, that Michael is not dead.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Not from Benji, which kind of annoyed me. I had to find out from a third person,
Oh
third
shit.
party. So that kind of annoyed me a bit, but
Okay, but yeah, but you know he's alive.
yeah.
So Miguel went to Snow and told Snow that Michael is alive. Basically spilled the beans and told, you know, he's not dead. Like they don't know how much he spilled, but apparently, you know, they think he spilled everything.
Okay.
And he's now tweeting out stuff about it. Reggie came up to me as well and basically like he asked me if I knew, and I knew, you know, since a couple of weeks after, you know, he went missing or dead, whatever, you know. I'd known for a long time. But I haven't said it to anyone because I was told not to. I even didn't say it, you know, to Nick, while I knew Nick knew that I knew, and I knew that he knew that I knew he knew. You catch me? So that's how like quiet I've been about it, because it's not my place to say anything. I understand if you were like somebody didn't tell you. I think the same way Reggie was like, you know, why didn't he know? Because he'd done a lot of stuff for him. But there was certain people who knew something. But we had...
I mean, I was upset when I found out. I'll be honest with you. I was upset that I was lied to. Considering
Give me 1 second. Yeah, we just went up to the Diamond Dogs, basically, Sai and Reed and everything, because now this is like public knowledge. So I know, like, I was unsure if you knew or not, but I remember now that you told me that you got told. I don't know if I told you that I knew.
Do the boys know? Like, I did honestly, like, I think one big mistake is Seaside not knowing.
Well, Seaside not knowing, it's not up to us to tell who should know, you know? That was Michael's call, I guess. Like, nobody knew when we were attacking, you know? Like, Sai and Reed and nothing like that. Like, I didn't know before after that shit happened.
Why did we go to war with Marabunta over some fake shit? You know what I mean?
What do you mean? With just to keep shit alive, you know? Like, if like people are still watching, people still didn't believe he was dead, you know, in the police force. It's just to keep up the face of what was going on. You mean like fake shit about they smirking his grave when he was not dead?
Yeah.
How do you think we will look if we don't do anything about that and that news comes out? Caesar don't give a fuck about their dead brother. Like, I knew back then, basically, that he was not dead, but, you know, I just, you know, yeah, like I told you, I knew like a couple of weeks after we did all of the shit, but I've been just quiet.
Okay.
But I knew that Reggie was a little bit upset with Michael as well. We spoke to him today because he didn't know either before today. Like, you knew it before Reggie knew, and Reggie was basically his lawyer and helped him out, you know, the legal way. I think it's more of the point.
Cass has been friends with Nick for years, with Mick, and she didn't know until I knew, basically.
Yeah. I think he tried to keep like a very, very small circle. I didn't know because of Michael. I figured it out another way.
Yeah.
I think they wanted to keep it quiet. But like I said, you know, it's not my table to say why some people knew and some people didn't know.
I got you.
Yeah. But I want to say this though, because now when Miguel snitched on him and everything is like out there, and we don't know what is talked about or whatever. From my point of view, you know, this is Michael's thing, and he does what he needs to do. If he wants us to get involved, I guess, you know, he reached out. But if not, you know, I'm just looking the other way, whatever is happening.
Yeah, I'm looking the other way too.
Yeah, I think the best way of dealing with it, let them deal with it the way they want to do.
I agree.
So the only thing I know right now is Reggie is trying to get in contact with Snow to see, you know, like some police stuff. They're trying to figure out if that's the way to go, basically. Get out of this mess and try not to, you know, burn everybody. Apparently, Miguel knows a lot, you know, like he was... I guess he was as good friend as Benji was, almost, like, with Michael. I don't know how those friendship works, but yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna... He's gonna handle it, and that's that, yeah? We don't get involved.
Yeah, I think that's the best way of...
I think that's for the better.
Yeah, I told basically Michael, you know, if he ever needs anything or need money or need stuff to get done, you know, like rent the car for him or whatever, you know, we can do stuff like that. But at the same time, I think we need to be aware of, like, I guess the cops will look into us as well. They know we are decent close, you know, since he's a member of...
Yeah, any move that we do, like, will be under microscope.
Yeah, yeah. Just be aware, you know, like, I don't want to be too
also,
paranoid,
like,
but a little bit.
Any help that we give him, like, it sends us to jail for the nines, by the way. So.
Yeah. That's why you need to be smart.
Yeah, with Foreman, I haven't had a talk with Benji yet, because, like, shit has been crazy and I've been fucking... I've been drunk every night, trying to deal with the fucking pain. But, she said that she lost a lot of people in the crew, and she would give her life for a lot of people in the crew, but just not all. And I kind of told her that she kind of stopped trying. Like, initially my talk, right?
Yeah.
Like, I talked to her because Benji told us, like, okay, see what's going on with her. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna reach out to her. I'm gonna tell her that she's missed by the boys, and like if she could try like hang out with us, like them, like once or twice a week. Like, it's not a big ask, you know. Like, just keep in touch with your family, and spend time and just make the effort, right? And then, like, I understand that people are busy, or like your schedule is not the one that fully aligns, but like as long as you're checking in with the family, you know, every once in a while, like making sure that you're alive, making sure that you're okay, then like people will understand, right? And I could tell that she started being distant on that. Okay. And then she started saying that she's not cut out with the gang life and like the conflict, and she doesn't know if she can ever shoot her friends. And she also told me that while she's ride or die for some of the boys in the gang or the crew, she's not for all.
Yeah, I heard today there was like 3 people, 3 names.
There were quite a few more. It wasn't just 3. It was like 7, 8 names that she said. Thank you for coming to the speed trap.
Damn, you know, some business up here though.
Yeah, it's the most popular store in Sandy.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the only store in Sandy?
No, there's
Hey, can you let me in the door?
But basically, she said that, and then eventually, like, after getting the vibe of her that, like, she just gave up, or, like, she doesn't want to try anymore, I asked her, do you still want to be Seaside? And she said no. When she said that, like, I was silent for, like, a minute.
Yum.
And then I asked myself, what would Benji do? So I did what I had to do.
Hey, you did the right call. But it hurts still, you know, I understand.
It fucking hurts, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What the fuck is there to lie about? But at the same time, like, I'm like, I think everybody have seen this since, you know, she was together with that BBMC guy. What happened, you know, over there. Yeah. And like, I told it to the boys as well, you know, like we knew Cora was around and we were gonna catch up with her. We drove down there and she was standing outside the gate, basically. I don't know if you know that we had a talk with her as well, like me, Reggie, Benji, Chico. And Reggie went a little bit hard, you know, like that was right after everybody got the chains. She didn't feel there was anything to work towards, you know.
No. So basically, I did what I had to do, you know.
Well, you did the right call.
She gave me her chain and bandana. There you go.
Why are you giving it to me?
I don't know, man.
Put it up in the tower.
Okay.
Yeah, if
I'm
you
not
don't
lost.
want to.
I'm not lost. It's that's the wrong word. Just sad, man. Of everything that fucking happened, you know. That's it.
Yeah, it's sad, you know. Like she was pretty early coming into the crew as well, and she's been with us for so long. And it's sad, but at the same time, you know, it's her decision. And like what I said earlier as well, like if you don't vibe with people, you will never vibe with everybody, you know, in a fucking gang. It's impossible. But at the same time, you need to try, you know, you need to give some as well.
Yeah. So that happened. And at the end of the day, like I want people to have friends as well outside of Seaside, you know, like I want people to be self-sufficient, to not just wake up to like
To be with Seaside,
to not
yeah.
to not feel lost if Seaside's not around, kind of thing, or like, because that's when, like, I think that's an issue too, right? Like if you don't have friends with like outside of Seaside, that's an issue, because then you're like then if you need to go on a vacation for you know, like you fucking have been working your ass off, you know, you gotta like de-stress and shit like that, and then they're just like stuck in their house, like just sad and bored, or like whatever, like just drinking at their home because you're not around.
Yeah.
It's like that doesn't help, you know. So people need to get out there and do shit.
Yeah, of course, and you need to find a balance, but it seems like sometimes, like, I don't want to be like the Vagos shit, you know, like either you do shit for the Vagos or you don't do things at all, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I don't fuck with
I'm
that.
past that point. Yeah, I'm past the while we're a gang, I strongly believe that we're a family as well, and we're all past the point of like, we're not like, yeah.
But at the same time, like, this is not the first time you have people hanging with other people and they do it for over time and suddenly you see they drift away, you know what I mean? So it's a hard balance, you know, because I don't care what you do. Like, I don't, as long as you say hello, give a call, whatever. If you're doing shit with your friends or whatever, do it, you know? The only thing I care about is, like, if Seaside calls, you need to be there, drop everything. That's the only demand I got when it comes to the shit.
Yeah, 100%. Like, just keep checking in on the family,
Yeah.
right? Like, I make sure that people are okay if they need anything, if they want to hang out, and that's it. Like, as long as your heart is with the family, that's fine.
Yeah, and I think it should be like that, but I don't know, maybe some people have a weaker heart than other people, you know, because it seems like when they hang out with other people, they seems to stick there.
Yeah.
I think still we should be who we are, you know, and you should like be able to do what the fuck you want, because that's what makes us who we are. And that's what I think makes Seaside a great place to be.
I love everybody in the family, man. Even like if I know that I really haven't spent much time with Drake and Mona, but like at the same time like I'm not mad that they like doing their own shit. You know what I mean?
No.
Because at the end of the day, I know that they're ride or die for me too, right? So like
Yeah.
I don't care that they're doing their own shit because like I know and I'm confident that everybody like is there for me when I need it. Just like I'm there for them
when they need it. Yeah, that's how it should be, and that's how I look at it as well.
And while we all like are like come in positions of power or like are really strong, like have backgrounds from the south side, like I said, we use it as experience and we matured and we're past that point, but obviously we carry that with us to help us out in the future, right?
Of course. It'd always be like that.
Exactly.
I think Cora, she struggled, you know, after Ash and those, after that shit happened, she was struggling a little bit. I think everything was going good for a little time, and we had this talk, and like I haven't been around myself, so I can't say anything, but what I heard is like around different hours and stuff like that. That shouldn't matter. Like I don't care, you know, like you're around when you're around, you do your thing when you do your thing. Nobody's forcing you to do anything else. That's what I think is great about this crew.
100%, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so happy for Terry, man. He unlocked S++.
Oh yeah, I heard that. That is so
the
good.
The fucking puppet master paired him up with Miguel.
I heard that as well. I was
that
laughing when I heard
motherfucker is evil.
Yeah. But it went good though. He did it. I heard he called you because he didn't know what the fuck this shit was.
This motherfucker was chilling, like doing his own thing when he got the message to go to the warehouse spot. This motherfucker, like, you're supposed to go there immediately. He went there like 30 minutes later, and like Miguel and Hydra were waiting there for half an hour for him.
No shot.
Because you don't know who you get paired up with. You only know once you get to the warehouse.
Damn.
So they waited. Terry was something. Oh yeah. I'm like, when did you get this message? Like 20-25 minutes ago. Motherfucker, get through the spot now. Oh, but we're waiting on that. Leave, ditch Ivan. You're going to go to the warehouse now and meet your partner.
Damn, that is something. That is something.
Yeah, that was funny as fuck.
That it actually is. Do you know if Cora is out of the ICU?
She was discharged. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what they told Tess.
All right. Well, I think we can keep up to date anyways.
There's one thing with the way I did it, right? I couldn't shoot her in the head, man. But I fucking did a big ass slash and it was bleeding everywhere. So.
Well, doesn't matter the way you do it, as long as it's done. I know it just has to be hard on you, okay?
Yeah.
Hey Jay, come here.
Well, they got literally holes in their
do this
heads
often,
the size of a cradle.
right?
I'm pretty sure they did.
We're a family.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
no.
I know. And
We have our arguments, but hey, I think you need that.
yeah.
Look, somebody calling me too now.
No, like we maybe not talking you know, a lot about, you know, feelings and shit like that. We never do. Mostly, you know, we're bantering, but when it's needed, it's needed.
Yeah. I know that I am the little sis, you know, like I'm not as cold-hearted sometimes, like I'm not cold-hearted, but like I don't like, even though yeah I used to be like the war general or whatever, like I guess like I'm not soft because like I can fuck people up, you know, like when I need to do shit I'll do it.
Yo.
But you know, like my fucking Latin side, and sometimes I have emotions too, you know.
Everybody does. Does like you can be the coldest, hardest killer motherfucker living in the south side in a fucking basement. Still inside there, it's a heart, you know.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Always remember you're great.
I appreciate that, KJ.
But yeah, it's a hard hit, but at the same time, you know, this is what she's choosing. she's choosing something else, then, you know, stick here, and that's something as well. I'm not saying it, you know, to make you feel a certain way, but at the same time, how should I say this without sounding like a fucking dick? It's always two sides of a story, and I understand you feel a certain way because of what happened, but you know, like, maybe she should have thought about that as well, what will happen when she take this choice, or not this choice, but this route of doing what she's doing, you know?
Yeah.
He was a good friend of yours, of me, of Cass. She meant a lot to us, and
I vouch for her. That's the thing that hurts me the most, right? Like, I had her back, and I vouched for her, and I fought for her, and
you feel betrayed?
A little bit, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. But remember, you didn't do anything wrong. Doesn't matter. Understand you're thinking about it, but you know, it's not your choice what she's doing. She made that choice, not you. But you've been able to do what you did afterwards, because I understand she meant a lot for you as well. You got her into this life and you took her out of this life.
Yeah.
That is something strong.
I know Axel said he wanted to take the burden off of me, but I told him that, like, it's my responsibility as a member of the council, and also I brought her in this thing, or like I vouched for her to be in it, so I gotta deal with it, you know?
Yeah. It hits hard when you need to do it, but I think it can be good afterwards, you know, when when you get a little bit time on it.
Yeah. I appreciate you, KJ.
Appreciate you as well, JJ. Or we wouldn't have been here, you know, year after year.
Yeah.
Well, lives move on, you know.
Yeah.
The memories always stays.
Yeah. It'll stay with me, but we gotta keep moving forward, right? So.
Yum.
Yeah.